There is a thin line between worldliness and entrepreneurship, because the concept of entrepreneurship for believer, if it is not kingdom centric, it is greed. Okay, so my wife said I should talk about what I was telling somebody yesterday. I was telling someone the difference between talent and purpose, and I said many people mistaking their talent for their purpose. And I said it is possible to have a talent for something, and it's not necessarily that that talent has got a purpose for you. So you could have a talent, but for example, you could have talent for cooking. It doesn't mean you are meant to be a chef. Or you could have talent for singing. It doesn't mean you are supposed to be a singer. Maybe you've got talent for exercise. Good. It doesn't mean that you be a sports coach. So you must be able to divide the difference between talent and purpose. And I think that's the mistake many people make, because as soon as they perceive they've got talent for something, they start to run with it and thinking life is supposed to gear towards that direction just because they have an ability to do something. See, for a believer, your own journey is a little bit more constrained, because for an unbeliever, they could make any decision, try everything, and one works hopefully one day. We are not talking about entrepreneurship now. We're not talking about you doing business. That's not what we're talking about. If it is business, if you like, try 30, 50, 60 things. One will work one day. That's the truth. Any result you achieve as a Christian, just be rest assured, entrepreneurial wise, anybody can achieve it. You don't need to be a Christian to do well entrepreneurial wise. You don't need to be a believer to do well. Just keep trying, keep pushing. Success responds to consistency. There is nobody who is consistent at something who doesn't succeed at last. The problem with many people is that they keep trying many things halfway. Contact successes, they give up and they keep trying new things. Success is that you keep failing at something, but you keep trying again. Sorry, these guys are never gonna wait. With lessons learned, you keep learning again, you keep training yourself, you keep getting better at it. Failure is actually a step, a lesson that teaches us not to fail. So if you have just failed, it's a strategy, it's a lesson that has taught you another way not to fail. But if you have never done it, how would you know how to not fail? People who do not have the experiences, track records of failures cannot mentor me. I'm not talking about people who have track records of failure and are still failing. The people who have track records of failures and are still failing cannot mentor me too. So if you have track records of failure, you cannot mentor anybody until you have succeeded. Don't start mentorship when you are still failing. One of the greatest force you need to keep trying again is convictions. If your conviction is solid, you have the push to restart. If your conviction was never strong, if your strength is small, while you are doing those your small things, you will lack even much strength when you fail. Atama homes everywhere. This guy don't be small person. Entrepreneurship is different from purpose. You can find purpose in entrepreneurship, yes. There is a thin line between worldliness and entrepreneurship, because the concept of entrepreneurship for believer, if it is not kingdom centric, it is greed. If it is not kingdom centric, it is selfishness, and you are doing it because you want to serve a god, and the god is mammon. The person giving you ideology, see that thing that is making you wake up early in the morning, making you run around, you just want to succeed. That thing is your hunger, is your appetite to not want to fail, especially for people who had a rough childhood. When you see a minister tell you that he was poor and he's making a commitment never to be poor now that he has grown up, don't trust him. That person does not love Jesus.